Would you rather support Man United or never watch football again?
Shut up out there! We're reporting the podcast.
Would it be some party, mate, in Sydney?
It would be, wouldn't it?
Some party, mate. Everyone out in their Kubras and the little shorts. Go on!
Swig and schooners. I was running with the ball and then he brought me down. He hoofed and he poofed and he sandy eviction notice.
Hello and welcome back to Club Football, the EPL Show. This is episode 13. Unlucky for some, but I believe that a man makes his own luck. Billy Zane, Titanic. Welcome back as ever. Kid, how's it going, mate?
Hey Tommy, how are you, mate?
Mate, I'm absolutely fantastic. How's your day? What's going on?
You look quite tanned. We're getting in that Sydney sunshine.
Being in the Sydney sunshine, mate. Went for a little walk down by the water. Seen a little bit of the sights. Couple of pelicans, maybe. In fact, that's a lie. I didn't see one pelican.
Pelicans are what my friend Billy Darcy, the comedian, calls, what did I say this without swearing? Idiots. Guys, they're proper pelicans, them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel most.
Stop being a pelican.
That's how I feel most of the time, mate. And you're scooting off tonight to go to band practice, aren't you? Tell us a bit about that.
Oh, just rehearsing in a very hot and sweaty room. It'll be good. It'll be good. Got a couple of gigs coming up at the start of December, so just trying to get ready for them. You drinking a beer?
Yeah.
Mate.
12 minutes past 5.
Mate.
It's always time for a beer in Australia, mate. You know what I'm
Oh, here you go. Oh, that looks tasty.
Absolutely loving it.
If I didn't have a 45-minute drive, I'd have one with you.
Tell us about the band.
The band?
Tell us a little bit about the band for anyone who's new.
So I'm in a band called the Grand Union, and they are a fantastic band. Picture the Rolling Stones, the Arctic Monkeys, and the Doors all thrown together with a little bit of Destiny's Child.
Who are you? Are you Kelly?
I'm Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Beyonce?
Aeneas.
Aeneas?
Kelly and Aeneas.
Oh, Kelly and Aeneas. Kelly and Aeneas don't like they don't like football at all. There's absolutely no chance that they're listening.
Never mind.
But there's a little bit of a shout out. Jack, we started a new thing last week, didn't we? Which was we were telling people about the away day playlist.
Away day playlist.
Which we've got on, which is on Spotify. And basically it's a combination of songs that either we used to listen to when we go to the game, or it's sort of an association with football. Something you can maybe bang on a speaker on a big day and you want to watch some football, or maybe you're just cleaning the shower. And each week we're going to put a new song on the playlist. And this week we've added Black Skinhead by Kanye West.
Oh, banger.
Because that's an absolute anthem.
It's a banger.
It's absolutely class.
It's good that Kanye can still make some money as well.
Well, the guy's only just become a billionaire again. I'm feeling sorry for him. I mean, maybe...
We'll plug you, yeah, mate. We'll plug you.
Maybe, just maybe, Kanye West might become the new owner of Liverpool Football Club.
Oh, imagine that.
We'll find out. Jack, let's have a quick break, mate, because I think I'm ready for another one of these beers. And when we come back, it'll be Game of the Week.
Game of the week.
Jack, in at number 3. So obviously each week we pick 3 games which we enjoyed watching, and we just put them in order of what we liked. Okay, it's not official. These aren't the official games of the week. All right.
There's no medals.
There's no podium. There's no Jordan Henderson putting on his kit to get up and lift the trophy, even though he never played.
It's just us picking the games we liked.
And in at number 3 this week, and it's a bit of a relief to be able to say this club in Game of the Week without them getting beat. It's Spurs 1, Liverpool 2.
Get in.
Brilliant game of football, mate.
It was very nervy. You know where I watched it?
Where?
Watched a lot of it on the toilet.
Did you really? Because I was staying with Jack, so I got up and watched it, and I could hear him get up.
And get down.
And get up and get down. Drop a log. I could hear him getting up, and I was like, oh, he's going to come in. He's going to come in any second. And then the bedroom door opens, and who comes out? It was Abby. Apparently, Jack wakes up every day at 4:30 to go to work, and he has that many alarms on that Abby has to get up with him because she's awake and make him a cup of coffee.
Foolproof.
He's got it sorted. Jack, we talked last week, didn't we, about Mo Salah.
Oh, he's back, mate.
Sneaking back up the goal scoring charts.
Sneaky Mo, mate. He's back. Yeah, he got a double, didn't he, Tom?
Yeah.
Who were the best? He made them pay.
Yeah. Who's that? That's FIFA commentary. I mean, obviously, Eric Dyer had an absolute shocker with that, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know what he was trying to do, a back pass to Lloris or whatever. He just got absolutely stuck. And Mo Salah with a little cheeky lob over Lloris. Jack, Kunate.
Beast.
Started at centre-back with Virgil van Dijk. And I think maybe the best compliment that you can give Kunate is that he makes Van Dijk look better.
Yeah, he does. He does. The general pace of the team and everything lifts when he plays. We seem like we're happy to go man for man in defence.
Well, he's strong, isn't he? I mean, Kane split them off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sort of. Kane didn't get a sniff, did he really?
No.
But he split them off and scored a great goal.
As he often does.
Like, I don't think he can defend that.
No.
Like, he's just sort of slipped in, hasn't he?
He did exceptionally well. And, he deserved that goal. And then it was, 20 minutes nervy defending after.
It did feel it, didn't it? Like, I think when Liverpool have been at the best last couple of years, the last 20 minutes, you're not even that nervy. You're confident that A, we can keep a clean sheet from that point, and B, that we can go down the other end and score. But it was nervy. And Jack, Harry Kane, the big red machine.
White machine.
The big white machine, because Spurs wear white. He's up to 11 now in the Premier League.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for Haaland, he could be on for another golden boot.
He's just consistently brilliant, isn't he, Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Like, he had a bit of a poor start to last season after he tried to force that move out. But you can't deny he's a goal scorer.
He's absolutely brilliant.
At the highest level. Did
you watch the game? Did you watch any of the sort of the punditry back after the game?
Not really.
Tim Sherwood.
Oh yeah, seen that.
He's always got something to say, hasn't he? He's like
us. Well, it keeps him on the telly.
It does keep him on the telly. He's sort of having a crack at Conte. He says that Spurs are too defensive. But is that not why Spurs are where they are now? Is that not why Conte is such a successful manager?
No, 100%. 100%. It's just hard to approach every game like that, and sometimes it is boring football, but they do play some absolutely beautiful attacking football. But it's necessary. It's just you hate watching your team. Necessary.
Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine?
No, but it's sterile and I like the taste. I think you've got to have a bit of both, haven't you, to win the title? I'm not saying Spurs. I know we were a bit on Spurs at the start of the season.
A bit too much, maybe.
A bit too much. Anyone we back just falls to smithereens, explodes.
I know. I'm backing City for the rest of the season. I'm going to put the club football curse on them. Now they've got Yaya's curse and they've got our curse as well. Yeah, great game though. Loads of quality in the game. Spurs look good. They just couldn't break us down, I think. And I think Ali made a couple of good saves as well, didn't he? Right, that was game number 3 for Game of the Week. And in at number 2 for
Game of the Week.
Your team, Jack. The
Man
Villains.
United. Oh, Villa.
Glory, Man United. Your mates, Aston Villa 3, Man United 1.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Boss, mate.
Good game.
Boss. I just love it when United start getting big for the boots again. And just as Stormzy said, you're never too big for the boot.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I'm so out of touch. Who's Stormzy?
Do you know who Stormzy is?
Yeah, I do
Do
really.
you?
I'm only
Oh,
joking.
God. So I'm worried. After the Rita Ora thing last week, that'll be on
Shocking that.
pins.
Absolutely
Did
shocking.
you cop anything for that?
No one mentioned that. Oh, Chelsea did. Chelsea
Oh, okay.
mentioned it, yeah.
Yeah.
But, she's my best critic, like. She's always got something to say.
Your biggest fan.
Yeah. Jack, Man United didn't end up wearing that disgusting green kit.
Oh, you're kidding. You, I was watching, I turned it on and I thought, oh, where's the green kit?
That kit's absolutely terrible. The
It's a
campaign
hate
to
crime. It's a hate crime, that kit.
the campaign to get that high vis kit off the TV is essential.
Why does everyone want it?
Why does everyone want it?
Yeah.
Well, because it's got the Man United badge on.
No, I mean the high vis kits.
Oh yeah. What was the first high vis kit that you can remember?
Barca's second kit. They had it for a few years. Maybe it was the third kit.
The yellow one or the orange one? Because they've had a couple, haven't they?
Yellowy
Barcelona?
green it was, I think. And then Arsenal have won a few. Chelsea had one a few years ago. They're just horrible, aren't they? Why would you want a footy shirt that you can go on site with?
I don't know. Well, Dortmund have always had one, haven't they? Really? Dortmund has always been a little bit high vis. Anyway, doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter because Man United got beat. Jack Bailey, who I think was sort of linked with a lot of big clubs when he made that move to Villa. Scored a cracking little goal with his left foot. Like Man United were at 6s and 7s at the back. Lucas Digne. All Everton fans obviously love him, don't they? I completely agree with them. I absolutely hate this fella. I don't hate him. Lucas, don't hate you, just don't like you. What a free kick.
Oh, unreal. I wonder how many of the people inside of Everton are still like, why did we sell him?
Well, it was Rafa, wasn't it?
Agent Rafa.
The didn't he fall out with Rafa and then sold Digne and then they sacked Rafa?
Yeah, like a week later.
Because his first game for Villa was at Goodison, wasn't it? Or one of his first games. But absolutely paler of a free kick to Kea. Absolutely no chance. And then Luke Shaw got a bit of a consolation in the end with a deflected goal, which I think somehow the Premier League have given us an own goal. Like, who's making these decisions? Jacob Ramsey's copped an own goal. But then he went up the other end, didn't he, and got one.
But that United defence, Tom, just... There's better defending in my league.
I think there's a couple of players there, isn't there? Oh, I don't know about that. Who's the big lad for you?
Rob.
In your team, Concord? Rob.
Big Rob.
Yeah, he's a good player. He'd get in this United team.
He's what Man United thought they bought in Harry Maguire.
Yeah, he is.
Should have bought Rob
big fella,
from Concord.
The ball just hits him on the head. Yeah, so Man United got beaten. I think maybe there's been a couple of little wake-up calls, hasn't there, for Man U? They do really well, and then they sort of fall apart a little bit. But I tell you what, the top 4 race this year is going to be interesting.
It's getting sexy, baby. It's getting sexy.
Maybe away from the top 4, let's go to club footballs.
Game of the week.
Game of the week this week. Leeds 4, Bournemouth 3. Game of the season. No point doing it anymore.
Could be.
What a game.
Could be.
Game of the season.
What a cracking game of football.
Unreal, start to finish. And I'm like I spoke about Leeds the other week, the city of Leeds. Like I know a lot of people from Leeds, and their Facebook pages were just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Someone posted a photo, I don't know if you've seen it, of an Apple Watch, and it says like a noise warning came up on the Apple Watch inside Ellen Road, and it says it's like 95 decibels, and it says if you continue with this, you'll have permanent hearing loss. Wow. That's how loud it got in the stadium. Good on you, Leeds fans. Like, I'm not in for people losing the hearing, but that's sick, that.
Yeah, the welfare payments have all gone up in Leeds for hearing losses this week. Absolutely boss though. You know, like this is what it's all about. You know, like they went to Anfield and they get a big win. They go there and they get a big result, don't they? You know, like completely just changed the atmosphere in the city leading up to the World Cup. Jack, your mate Rodrigo again can't stop scoring, can he?
Rodrigo.
He's
so good at football. We should sign him for Villa.
Villa should sign him.
Sign him for Villa, mate.
West Ham should sign him. That's for sure. Jack, he scored the first, mate, and then Bournemouth came back and took a 3-1 lead, and just completely blew Leeds apart. And Solanke scored that sexy little flick.
Big Dom.
Apparently, Mark's put him in his fantasy team this week.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit early to be putting Solanke in your team, Mark.
There's people who were doing it when he was at Liverpool, and I think I had him in my fantasy team.
Did you? Well, that's why we were crap at fantasy, weren't we? That's why I still am. And then Jack, Leeds just absolutely barnstormed it for the last period of the game, scoring 3 goals. Somerville again, who obviously was the haunt of Anfield.
The haunt of Van Dijk.
The haunt of Van Dijk. He popped up and scored another late winner. Leeds look good, man. They look really good. Great game of football.
Yeah.
Bournemouth are just absolutely just can't defend.
An instant Premier League classic, Tomo.
Absolutely, mate. Look, I think we've done it. That was game of the week.
Game of the week.
Jack nailed it last week and said that like the fixtures this week were going to be brilliant, and they were. Maybe another notable mention for Fulham, who went to Etihad and were so close to getting a point. And then I think Kevin De Bruyne dived.
Do you think it was a dive?
Yeah, I think it was a dive. I think he's dived and I think he's got away with it. And I think because he's a good guy, I think he's a nice guy. He hasn't copped anything for it, but I think he dived.
He does sound like the little piggies from Shrek, though, doesn't he?
He does sound like the little piggy from Shrek. But he's a really, really good footballer, isn't he?
I was running with the ball and then he brought me down. He hoofed and he poofed and he signed the eviction notice.
Well, all accents aside, Jack, let's go to our mate Courtney, who has got an accent. It's Australian.
Hey, Courtney.
Hey, Courtney, how's it going? She's going to come in and do our world roundup. I got a couple of comments last week because Courtney did her bit. And then what I did was I just popped in Jack's sort of social media announcement thing. Yeah. But it was really funny because Courtney ended her bit. And then Jack just comes in and goes, "Hey, do you come here often? I hope you do." And it sounds like Courtney left the studio. Now Jack cornered her in the corridor.
I Andy Grader.
Yeah. Jack, Andy Grader, mate. All right, Andy. Right. Got lost. Courtney, give us the world roundup, kid.
Thanks, boys. Welcome back to the World Roundup. Now, this week in the Women's Super League, we see Arsenal jump to the top of the table after their 4-0 win to Leicester City. And Chelsea are slowly climbing their way to the top as they jump up to second place, pushing Manchester United down to third after the Blues beat United 3-1 this week. Manchester United's keeper Mary Earps is the only goalkeeper to play 150 games in the Women's Super League. Here's to 150 more. Now to the men's game. In La Liga, things are heating up this week as we saw 6 red cards handed out across just 4 games this weekend. Spicy. Barcelona are at the top of the table, followed by current champions Real Madrid, with the Madristas only 2 points behind them. Moving on, this week we're looking into the Australian A-League, where we have Melbourne City sitting at the top of the table, followed by Western Sydney, and not too far behind we have Adelaide United. There is a lot of talk around Milos Ninkovic, who transferred from Sydney FC to arch rivals Western Sydney Wanderers. With their big derby game coming up, fans have been discussing how they will express their feelings of betrayal. There is talk across Twitter of pigs' heads and dead rats being brought into the stadium to throw onto the pitch during the game. This has become serious enough that Sydney FC chief executive had to state the security outlines for fans bringing unwanted items into stadiums. No flares, no bottles, and no pig's heads. Now on to the MLS. Gareth Bale scored the winning goal in a penalty shootout for Los Angeles FC as they beat Philadelphia Union in the MLS Cup final. However, Bale can't celebrate too much as he's got to get himself ready for the World Cup that is just a couple of weeks away now. Speaking of the World Cup, get ready for the first kickoff as we will see Qatar against Ecuador on the 21st of November. And of course, all of Australia will be up at 6 a.m. watching the game against France 2 days later. Make sure to let us know who you will be supporting during the World Cup this year, and let's hope Australia beats them. That's all for the World Roundup. I'm Courtney. Now you're all caught up.
So I can hear you saying at home, Tom, Jack, where is left foot, right foot?
Where is it?
It's under the bed. I don't know. It's
Put it
been
under the
hidden.
bed?
I don't know. It's not here this week. No left foot, right foot, kids. So I guess we'll just end the show there. Not really. Don't raise your glass too soon. Because this week we're going to play a new game called Name That Club. I don't know why I went American, but there you go. Jack, everyone, get your pens and your papers out.
Pens and papers.
Or your atlas.
Exactly.
Or whatever you've got. I'm going to ask 5 questions, all Premier League related. And basically, you just need to name that club.
Name that club.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Number 1. In 2019, Vincent Kompany scored a 25-yard screamer at the Etihad to all but secure the league title for Man City. But what club did he score against?
Crystal Palace.
No, you write it down.
Oh.
Write it down, yeah, so people can play at home. That's it. There's a good lad. That'll do.
I'm okay. I think I've got that one.
I'll tell you what. It's not Crystal Palace.
It's not.
No. Write someone else down.
All right. So,
Okay, guys. Number 2. Cesc Fabregas left Chelsea in 2019. Which club did he move to? You've got to name their club. I put some nice cheesy elevator music under this.
I honestly don't know.
You've got to write something.
What year?
2019.
Okay.
Not all questions are about 2019, by the way.
Does it? Yeah.
Just the first 2. Question number 3. Which Yorkshire-based club famously got relegated in 2007 after West Ham United controversially signed Carlos Tevez and Javier Mascherano, whose goals kept West Ham in the top flight? Which Yorkshire-based club famously got relegated in 2007 after West Ham United controversially signed Carlos Tevez and Javier Mascherano, whose goals kept them in the top flight?
So I don't want to get any right. Okay.
How are we feeling? You feeling good? Never mind. Number 4. Nick Barmby left Everton in 2000 to join which club? Name that club. Nick Barmby. Oh, he's 2 steps
Is this
ahead.
number 4?
This is number 4, yeah.
All right.
There's only 15 questions today.
I don't think I got that one.
Question number 5 and the last question. Which English football club has been relegated from the Premier League the most times? Won't be Everton because they've never been relegated. And I tell you what, you get a kiss on the cheek as well if you can tell me the amount of times. You don't get any extra points. It's just you get the kudos of a kiss on the cheek. Let's Andy Gray this. Right. That is time up. Pens down. Let's mark the scores. Question number 1. In 2019, Vincent Kompany scored a 25-yard screamer at the Etihad to all but secure the league title for Manchester City. But what club did he score against, Jack?
Brighton.
Incorrect. The correct answer is Leicester City.
Ah,
You can see it now, can't you?
yeah.
Heartbreak. Heartbreak Hotel.
Screamer, mate.
Great goal. Big Vin.
Love to slap his mega mind looking head.
I know. And his little beard.
I thought you were going to say something else. Question number 2.
Number 2. Cesc Fabregas left Chelsea in 2019. Which club did he move to?
Monaco.
AS Monaco is correct.
Got one right. That's good.
Number 3. Which Yorkshire-based club famously got relegated in 2007 after West Ham United controversially signed Carlos Tevez and Javier Mascherano, whose goals kept them in the Premier League?
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United is correct. Number 4. Nick Barmby left Everton in 2000 to join which club?
Sunderland.
He walked across Stanley Park to join Liverpool.
2004.
2000. Listen up, cloth ears. 2000. You weren't at Ellen Road, were you, last week? 2000.
Okay.
And number 5. Which English club has been relegated from the Premier League the most times, Jack?
4 times. Fulham.
The correct answer is Norwich City.
Oh, Norwich.
And if you want a kiss on the cheek,
Ah.
it was 6 times.
Ah.
So, Jack, out of 5, what did you get?
In my heart, 5.
Yeah, what did you really get?
In truth, it was 2.
2 out of 5.
It's not good.
Well, that's not bad. You know, when we started Left Foot, Right Foot, I was getting 2 out of 5. And now I'm getting 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
So don't be too disheartened.
Do you think this game will make a comeback?
If the people want it, it'll come back.
You think someone they choose it over Left Foot, Right Foot?
No. Maybe we do.
This house was built on Left Foot, Right Foot.
Maybe we do a little Left Foot, Right
This
Foot.
house was built on Left Foot, Right Foot.
Maybe we'll do it like the podcast is getting a divorce and it spends a couple of episodes on Left Foot, Right Foot and a couple of episodes on Name That Club, you know?
That's
Split custody.
Split custody. Yeah, all good. No, I enjoyed it. Well done.
Yeah, guys, interested to see how you did. Well, I'm sure maybe 1 or 2 of you might have potentially beaten our kid. Right, when we come back, we're at the Quickfire Forum. And the Quickfire Forum is a way where people who send messages into us via social media or in person or in text messages or whatever, they send things that they want us to talk about. So it could be a question, it could be a point, and we basically just take 3 of those things, throw them in a box, and then we answer them quickly in the Quickfire Forum. Number 1, can Newcastle finish in the top 4? Well, they could.
Good. I
What do you
don't know
think?
if they will. What? It's not out the realms of possibility, though, is it?
No, it's not.
You know, if they go and sign a couple of players in January,
Yeah.
it's not a ridiculous idea. We're 8th. What are we at the minute? 6th, 7th, where are we?
We're 8th. Liverpool at 8th. Yeah. Newcastle United are currently 3rd
Yeah,
on 27 points.
yeah.
To put it in perspective, they are just 7 points behind Arsenal, who are top, although Arsenal do have a game in hand. And closest to Newcastle in 4th is Tottenham.
Newcastle
20.
B.
Yeah, Newcastle B team, and Man United are then close up behind, and Brighton, and then Chelsea, and then Liverpool. It's very congested.
I don't see why not. Like, honestly, if they've put in some great performances this year, Tom, like, if they do just get a couple more players, Then why not?
I think it's possible. I think it's really possible. I think the only thing that I would say is that, you know, they don't have a lot of players, if any, other than maybe Kieran Trippier, who have been in the hunt in any sort of way, really, at a top club, in a big league. And I think it'll be difficult for them because, you know, Chelsea have got the players there for the run-in. You know, they've got Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Sterling. They've got players who know how to put a run together. Manchester United have got players who know how to put a run together. Liverpool have. I think for clubs like Newcastle and Brighton, it's going to be tough. But they're there on merit at the minute. So
I don't see why not. They've got no European distraction. Yeah, I'm going, yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, they've been really good at home and they've been really good away.
We the lads.
Uh,
I'll probably just curse them anyway.
Yeah, let's hope so. 'Cause we're chasing them at the minute. Number 2, Jack. Would you rather support Man United or never watch football again?
Well, I suppose if you do support Man United, you don't really watch football anyway, do you?
Yeah, what's that green kit? Have we spoken about the green kit?
Disgusting. I imagine being a United fan up until 2011 would have been great.
Yeah, Fergie winning everything.
The days of your life, mate.
I know.
I changed me. I went from lives to life.
But it's not. It's not about It's not about them being successful, is it? It's about being a Man United fan. Could you be a Man United fan? Could you get up at 2:00 in the morning and put on a Man United shirt and watch Man United? And could you stand there in the Stretford end and sing "Glory, Glory, Man United"? Could you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
Because they have that United Road, take me home to the place I was born, to Old Trafford.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to do that voice.
I
You get
would.
done in.
Because they wouldn't know that it was. If it's better than doing it in my voice, isn't it?
You wouldn't last 5 minutes walking around asking for a beer at the bar. You'd do it really quietly, wouldn't you? Aye, mate. Yeah, can I have 2 of them?
I'd take one of them voice boxes. Oh, no, can I have a beer? Any chance of 2 pints of Calvin, please, mate?
Give us one of them hot dogs as well, please, mate. The Daleks are in. I couldn't do it. I'm just saying now. I love football. I love it. I love it, Jack.
I love it, lad.
No, I absolutely love it. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. I could maybe go and support Everton. I could maybe go and support Everton. I could.
Oh. I'd rather support United than Everton. United might win something in the next 20 years.
I know, but is it worth it?
Is
it worth it? You get up to the pearly gates. St. Peter to be like, what have you been up to? You'd be like, oh, I've just been Old Trafford. And he'd be like, because he's definitely a Scouser, St. Peter.
St. Pete?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't do it.
Horrible question now.
It's a horrible question.
That's the one, though.
Yeah.
Maybe I said United too quickly then.
I think you jumped well into bed.
Oh, United, yeah, I support them.
You were in Liverpool's grave there, mate.
I'll just have to cancel my order for that green kit.
You were going to the club store, weren't you? Get Lissandra on the back. All right, number 3 and the last question in the Quickfire forum. Who's better at football, Tom or Jack? Easy, me. 100%.
No.
Thanks very much, guys. Thanks.
No,
what?
no. You probably are.
Yes!
You probably are. You're a good goalie. You're a great passer.
I'm not a bad passer, am I?
You are a great passer. The Hollywood Hughes balls. You are a great passer. But I'm the backbone of any team I've ever played in, mate.
What I would say about Jack is he's hard as nails, You know,
Yeah.
he's your spamming eggs, isn't he?
Big men have tried and big men have failed to knock me over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I
Um,
was thinking about this today? I think, do you have like players who you watched and were key to how you play?
yeah.
Number 4 on the quickfire questions. um, yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Players who you watched and then you just picked up on things of their game.
Yeah, I think so. Like, because obviously I was a goalkeeper. So naturally, you know, I was a big fan of the pacey winger. You know?
Yeah.
No, like as a goalkeeper, like I loved Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah.
I think that in a one-on-one situation, you know, although he got lobbed a lot, which he did, I think that there wasn't many better than Peter Schmeichel who come out and do a spread. Lovely spread. Ham sandwiches, sausage rolls, jelly. No, Peter Schmeichel would come and do a big spread, you know. And I love that. I loved Oliver Kahn as well, because he was nuts. But I think I always sort of fancied myself, I guess, before really it was sort of established as a thing, was this, like the sweeper keeper thing, you know?
Yeah, you're always off your line, weren't you?
Always getting lobbed, yeah. Thanks, Jack.
Seen Tom get lobbed a few times.
Yeah.
Straight
I
out.
wasn't a big keeper. But yeah, no, I loved like that sort of sweeper keeper, and I think the first time I see Manuel Neuer play for Schalke, I was like, this guy.
Oh, just while we're on Neuer, to speak about, obviously he's fighting cancer, isn't he? He's had a few operations.
Yeah.
So, Manuel, we're with you, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big legend. You
and
big lunatic.
You just know what's going to happen with Neuer. He's going to 100% knock England out on penalties in the semi-final.
100%.
He'll probably score the winning penalty as well.
Yeah, and do a backflip. He's just a legend. Absolutely but you know
love
what?
you,
I'd
Manuel.
be okay with him doing it. Of anyone, I'd be okay with him doing it.
And what about you? Like, what player would you have had? Vinnie Jones.
Mascherano.
Mascherano, yeah.
Mascherano. Because when I'd started playing football, I didn't really know my place in a team. And then I was watching him win every ball. Weren't a great passer. He was decent enough. I'm saying this when he was at Liverpool, not when he went to Barcelona and became one of the best centre-halves ever.
Yeah.
When he with the whole midfield position at Liverpool, and he was just solid as anything, won everything, and he was small, and he was aggressive, and no one got past him. Him and Suarez at Liverpool, I liked. Not that I have the skill of Suarez, but I like that he just run through you.
Yeah.
And another Tevez was another one. Pirlo, because I fancied myself as looking like him. Don't really have the passing ability of Pirlo.
Well, you know what?
No,
absolutely not.
In the team, I'm Scouts Pirlo.
I think you would realistically, like, you know, style of play wise, you'd be closer to Pirlo's ex AC Milan mate, Gattuso.
Yeah. Well, Julian, who play football. Hi, Julian, who'll be listening. Yeah, he calls me Gattuso.
Well, Julian, you're absolutely spot on.
Yeah, lunatic. Passionate, just passionate.
Yeah.
I think anyone when you step onto a pitch, whether it's like 6-a-side or 11-a-side, just be passionate. Be fair, go for the ball. Don't try and hurt anyone. But people will get hurt along the way.
There might be a couple of leg breaks, but you know what? 3 points is more important.
Anyone's legs. Couple of hairline fractures, but that's it.
I reckon when you started playing football, because you started quite late, really, didn't you? You were 8.
11. I was 11.
No, you were younger than that.
Under 11s. Under 11s was my first season.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hard as nails. Absolutely hard as nails. He's actually flexing. Go on, flex again.
Oh, you'll take a screenshot.
Right,
that'll be the episode picture.
That'll be the episode. Yeah, on Spotify and Apple.
Yeah.
Our kidding, there's little guns.
Quickfire. It's all connected.
It's all connected. Jack, when we come back, mate, I think it's time to look ahead to match day 16 in the Premier League.
What's a face like yours doing in a place like this? Do you come here often? I hope you do. And if it's not, if it's your first time, get on Instagram and give us a follow at Club Football Podcast. And if you're on Facebook, if you're a really, really old person, then give the page a like. Thank you so much. Next part of the episode. Tommy. Looking ahead, this week's fixtures. What are you excited for, mate?
Well, I mean, I think the good thing is that it'll be 11:30 on Saturday, which is the first game of the weekend, which is Man City Brentford. So I'll be watching that. I mean, Ivan Toney might turn up and do everyone a little bit of a favour there.
Do a favour for Newcastle on their title hunt.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get Newcastle to the title. I always struggle watching City a little bit because they just dominate the ball so much. You know what I mean? Like, takes a little bit of the excitement out of the game. But,
And De Bruyne's a dirty cheat.
Yeah, allegedly. But Brentford are pretty good on the break.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'll be a good game,
I
mate.
think it'll be good. Hopefully Brentford do everyone a favour.
And what do you think about your mates? Good evening.
Good evening.
Villa go to Brighton.
It'd be good, wouldn't it, for him if he can get a couple of wins together?
Yeah.
I don't see why not, Tom. 2-2.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be an open game. I really do. My team, West Ham, home to Leicester. I think that'll be an interesting game at the very least. West Ham have been inconsistent, haven't they? And Leicester are trying to sort of salvage this season, aren't they?
Well, they just got a nice 2-0 win over Everton.
Yeah, it was a good win as well.
Yeah,
that Harvey Barnes goal was great, wasn't it?
Barnesy, mate.
Barnesy running down the wing. And then Leeds go to Tottenham, and they could maybe stick another thorn in Tottenham there. There's that sort of feeling, isn't there, with Tottenham at the minute, that there's a little bit of negativity and stuff, and it could potentially hurt them. And then Wolves are home to Arsenal. Wolves are desperate, man. They're desperate. They need to start getting some points on the board, and Arsenal are going to turn up there. That's Sunday morning, 6:45 a.m.
That's a good one for us, there.
So for the early risers, you should be able to watch that one. Jack, Chelsea go to Newcastle. That's a test. It's a test for both teams. 2-2. We'll see what we'll see.
Potter against Saudi.
Is that how they're pitching it, is it? Look, so they're the, there's also other games that we haven't mentioned. Bournemouth are home to Everton, Liverpool home to Southampton, Forest home to Crystal Palace, and Fulham home to Manchester United, who I'm sure will be wearing red on the day. Jack, before we go, mate, why don't you tell people about Message Your Mate?
So Message Your Mate is something I have actually done today, earlier on. Message Your Mate is a campaign that we're trying to champion every single week about getting all you listeners to, once the episode's finished, once you're in a safe place, to message a friend, family member, colleague, ex-colleague, gym mate, someone you used to play footy with when you were 9, neighbour, anyone you like. Just don't send anything rude, and just give them a nice message, see how they're getting on.
Yeah, you know what? It's really good, and to be honest, I sort of reap the benefits of this today. So, we're in a bit of a situation at the moment where a person who we love on our podcast very dearly is going through a bit of a tough time, and has been in hospital, and we're all hoping she's going to get fit as a fiddle as soon as possible. But I sent Oscar a message after last week's pod, and I think he sort of sensed that I needed a bit of a mate. He came down before, didn't he? You've seen him as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it was good to see him.
So Oscar came down. So look, like, we're not psychologists for sure. We're not, we're not social workers, but Message Your Mate is working for people. So
100%. It's something we really, really believe in. So if you can keep doing it, everyone out there, it'll mean the world to us. It really will.
It really would. Right, guys, that's all we've got time for today. And thanks so much to everyone for listening. And please do keep send in your messages into us. We do read them, obviously, because we always try and respond to every message that's been sent, so you know that they've been listened to. Keep them coming in. We're absolutely loving it. We have got...
Keep the quickfires coming.
Keep the quickfires coming, and we'll try and quickfire answer them. What's going to happen, I hear you say, with the World Cup happening?
What's going to happen?
Well, what's going to happen is we've got one more episode of Premier League review, if you like, which is sort of what we're doing, isn't it? For the fixtures for next week. And then we're going to continue. We're going to keep going on. We're hoping to get some guests in as well to talk about their clubs, talk about the World Cup, talk about the chances that a couple of different nationalities might have. So we're very much going to be business as usual. Definitely interested to hear your thoughts, guys, on who might win the World Cup. Obviously, Courtney is hoping it's going to be Australia. Courtney, I don't know if it will be, but it'll be some party, mate, in Sydney.
It will be, wouldn't it?
Some party, mate. Everyone out in their Cobras and the little shorts. Go on.
Swigging schooners.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee out in the street, wrestling crocodiles.
Oh, mate.
Drinking bottles of whiskey.
Oh, mate.
Oh, I hope it happens. Look, mate, thanks again. It was boss to see you.
You too, mate. We should do this more often.
You should do it at least once a week, I think. I think once a week's enough.
Perfect amount.
All right, mate. Look,
But yeah,
love
thank
you.
you to you, Tom. Thank you to Courtney as well.
Yeah, she's doing great, eh?
Nice fixture, nice feature. Hopefully you don't do me in the edit this week with a pervy. Do you come here often?
Do you come in often? And Jack, just as we finish, the doorbell's ringing and it's Abby. So why don't we get going and we'll say hello to her?
Saved by the bell. All right, mate.
Ta-ra, mate. Love you.
Bye.
All the
See you
best.
later, everyone.
Ta-ra, kid. So we've reached the end of this week's podcast, but it's not the end of the content. Why not follow us on social media at Club Football Podcast on Instagram?
What's a bad guy?
Why not follow us at Club Football Podcast on Instagram? We've got the Facebook page. We're also on Twitter, Club Football Pod. And give us a review. If you're into reviewing, give us a review. I'm going to leave this in so you guys at home can hear what I'm trying to deal with. Thanks so much for listening. We love you. Ta-ra.